Hello, Gemini risings. Uh, that card's supposed to represent um, how that sector of your life, because you know 12, the 12 houses represents each sector in your life, how that sector in your life is going to manifest for that month that I'm talking about. So I'm going to be talking about August 2018, okay? Now, I had this lovely idea where I just like wrote down the planets and I'll show where each planet's going to be in that said chart for you for August 2018. But the papers kept flying away. Like I lost like two of them. I lost Mars and Uranus. So it's all over the place. It's not working out for me, but I'm going to mention the planets. I'm at least try to remember to mention them while doing the readings, okay? I already shuffled the cards. So what I'm going to do is cut them in front of you so you know that, this is legit or whatever. But that being said, though, Gemini risings, I ride for y'all like a motherfucker. Okay? I ride for y'all real hard. I understand y'all energy. I have Mercury conjunct my sun. But I've been getting some funky ass attitudes in the comment section from Gemini risings. And I don't know if it's Gemini moons who's trying to see if it resonates or Gemini suns trying to see who would resonate or if it's actually Gemini risings. But it's not cool. If you got something funky to say and it's not constructive criticism, don't put it on. Don't put it on my page, please. All right. This is out of love because I love Gemini's. Y'all are my heart. Y'all are my fifth house. I have fun with you guys. Most of the guys I dated were Gemini's. I have a crush on a Gemini rising. Okay. So I love y'all. No, this is out of love, but I'm not gonna have no funny talk. Okay. And that's just what it is. And you know, don't feel no certain way. It's out of love. Aries, Taurus, Gemini. But I'm not having that, okay? I'm really not. Um, but I do love y'all though. I ride for y'all hard. Y'all, a lot of people be talking mad shit about you, Gemini energies. And I tell them no. Like you just don't understand it, you know? So I would expect some love too. Alright? And this is not to all you guys. This is for the people who've been talking shit. Okay. Just know that you writing that stuff's not gonna do anything for you as well because I just block you. So no one's gonna see it. Just cut the shit. All right. And again, this is only for the Gemini risers who've been talking shit, or even if you're thinking about stupid shit about me. Fuck you too. That's what I'm playing. But no, I just know that this is out of love, all right? I love you guys, but I don't, I'm sensitive about my shit. I'm fucking intuitive. Of course I'm gonna be sensitive about my shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna take that, so. But much love to you guys, okay? I love Gemini energy. Y'all are my babies. Y'all really are. Um, I was quite disappointed that it was the Gemini risings who would talk shit. But I know it's not all of you guys. I know that a lot of you guys have watched my videos. So the ones who show me love, liked my videos, watched, gave me good comments. I don't want y'all to feel unnoticed. Know that I love you guys dearly, okay? I really, really do. Um, let's leave it at that, okay? All right. So let's take a look here. Um, can y'all see this anyway? Yep, y'all could. I actually did this beautifully. Yes. Overall energy is the Queen of Wands. I see you, Gemini risings, looking flashy on these hoes. Y'all got some like major arcanas. Okay. Just two actually, but y'all got good cards in general. Okay. So let's see. Got Emperor for the first house. Ace of Pentacles for the second, Seven of Wands for the third, Ten of Wands for the fourth, Three of Wands for the fifth, Death card for the sixth. Interesting. Very interesting. Um, yeah, because that's Scorpio for y'all too. So that's really interesting. That's like literally your sixth house is Scorpio. Very interesting. Um, Ace of Swords for the seventh, Ten of Swords for the 8th. Oh, guys, that broke my heart. That really breaks my heart. Um, Three of Cups for the 9th fell. Hey. King of Wands for the 10th. Five of Wands for the 11th. Eight of Swords for the 12th. Okay. So looking at these cards, Queen of Wands, right? Yeah. When I think of Queen of Wands, I think of energy that is super creative. I think of energy that is super expressive and loving and ready to show out, show its glory, um, birth creativity. It reminds me of Leo energy a lot because you see how fly. It's like the feminine version of Leo, and the King of Wands is the masculine version of Leo. You know what I mean? The Queen of Wands is very creative, ready to give birth to things, while the King of Wands takes the more equal approach of showing themselves off, showing, kind of stepping into their authority, showing people that they know their self-worth, so it's really dope that you have both of them, the couple here. So that's really dope. You have a lot of wand energy. You have what, one, two, three, four, five wands, and then three swords, and then more fire energy with the Emperor in the first. So this is definitely, you're stepping into your authority, stepping into your creativity, which is fly. Okay, very excited for you guys. So let's take a look and see what's up. Okay, first house is the Emperor card. Nice. Okay, nice. First of all, right, the first house natural ruler is Aries, right? And this is the Aries card. And so you're embodying your first house how you're supposed to embody it, which is fly. The first house represents your persona, your personality, your appearance, and your first impressions, and it's also kind of like the second overall card. Okay, so for both of their overall cards to be fire signs, wand energy is really, really strong. It's kind of showing that you're being extremely self-expressive, being very, very creative, creating things. And as I say this, a butterfly is just flying around me, which is fly, and I wish you guys can see it. So that's actually showing the first of all, with the butterfly flying around me, it's kind of showing the beauty of the things that you create. You know what I mean? You're really stepping into your authority and being very proud of what you are actually providing. You are showing, you are giving, you are being quite assertive. Can be quite aggressive, so definitely check on that. But you're being assertive and kind of bringing your authority, not giving a damn. Might be a little too forceful, so be careful for that. But this is a really, really good energy of stepping into your authority, i.e., the boot. Okay, so that's fly. You literally, people are seeing you as someone who is strong, assertive, and a leader, not just a king leader, like an emperor, like a real leader who can really bring people to good places. So that's dope energy to have. Another thing that's super dope, you have the Ace of Pentacles for your second house. New beginnings with the money, with the shmoney. That's awesome, guys. New job, really. New opportunity with money. So even if you're like a creative, have your own business, or entrepreneur, or whatever, you're in a situation where you can get some money. You're in a situation where you can really, like, you're basically in a situation where you can get into a new beginning of making some money, generally. Oh wow, that bird is really loud. Sorry, I'm very distracted. So this is lovely. Another wonderful thing about this too is that the second house represents not only money but self-worth. And so you have a new practical approach when it comes to your own self-worth. You're not being so focused on the logical and what's how you feel emotionally and your desires. You're being more practical with your self-approach, being quite literal, like, well, I do this and I do this, so I should be priced this. Having the Ace of Pentacles for your second house is showing that you're really building on your self-worth, and you're really understanding what your true self-worth is. Okay, so that's beautiful and lovely. I like it. Beautiful energy. Most likely y'all got a new job though, I wouldn't be surprised, or a new opportunity where you can get some money, so that's fine. Eight of Wands for the third house is fairly interesting. Eight of Wands is actually a pretty cool card, believe it or not. You know, it looks a little frightening, because it looks a little frightening because the poor cat is frightened, right? The cat is having a whole bunch of things thrown at them, but the thing is, it's like these things that are being thrown at them are creative ideas, creative pursuits. So it's actually good. There's just a lot of creativity literally being thrown at him. I kind of see this as something, especially since this is represented in the third house, that a lot of energy is being, like, what I think of is like a lot of energy is being channeled and thrown at you, like psychically. You know, I mean, you're channeling a lot of information. It's being thrown at you, and you're excited because it's coming fast, but it's kind of too much, and so you're a little bit worried. So this might be communication being thrown at you. You might be doing this to other people, just speaking your creative thoughts and your creative mind, your self-expression at people, and you're just like kind of pushing it at them. There's nothing wrong with that though. Just know that the communication is coming fast. Also know that you know, this is the sign of Leo, and it's a fire sign. And even though this energy is set, Mercury is in Leo and it's sextiling you, it's also, Mercury is in retrograde. And so sometimes we speak a little too fast and go about things a little too fast. And when I say go about things, I'm thinking about Mars, because Mars represents motivation and drive, and that's retrograde too. When you go through things too fast, mistakes are prone to happen. So be careful for that, okay? You got the Ten of Wands. Wow, this bird is really loud. Ugh, sorry, guys, okay? You got the Ten of Wands for your fourth house, okay? So that energy is pretty cool, because the reason why I say it's cool is it looks terrible, but it's cool, I promise you. You have a lot of responsibilities at home, but they're about to be done because it's the Ten of Wands. After the Ten of Wands is the Ace, like all over again, okay? And so, yes, you have a lot of work you have to handle during this month. Yes, you have a lot of responsibilities, right? But just know that, you know, this is Virgo in your chart. Your Virgo is your fourth house, right? And you know, right now Venus is in Virgo, so Venus definitely smooths things out. But by the end of the month, you know, it's also showing you too that the reward that you get from working so hard, that new beginning you're gonna get, for you working so hard, is gonna be desirable. All right. They may even end up in a relationship, or you connecting with someone where you could potentially have a lovely relationship with. Okay. So yes, you're working hard now at home, or you might even be working through your creative ideas. And it's like, yeah, it's rewarding because you're able to be your creative self, but it's just still a lot of work. You might be even working through emotional things that you're going through at the moment. But just know that this is, you're almost at the end. You know, this is home stretch right here. Okay. More wands. Three of Wands. Okay. Three of Wands is actually a good energy too. Three of Wands is you know, for the fifth house especially too. Fifth house natural ruler is Leo. So again, more fire on fire energy. You're extremely expressive and creative this month. Okay, you're showing off your talents. You're putting your nose to the paper. writing down all your talents, expressing all your talents, doing what you do best, and even writing down your ideas and plans and how you want to go about your self-expression, how you go about your talents. Even plan, you could possibly even be planning like children and planning fun pursuits too. Um, I don't really see dating that much here, but I see you just being more creative than like we're focusing on dating and stuff. You know what I mean? But this is a good energy about you focusing and studying and practicing, harnessing your talents and your creativity, and that's dope. Okay. This is funny. This is flowing very well. How many minutes am I at? This is probably the most flowing energy, flowing reading that I had so far. I'm at 15 minutes, which is pretty decent. Um, 10 death card for the sixth house. Okay, something that, interesting. You're definitely probably getting a new job or getting a situation where your work environment is changing, okay? Because the sixth house definitely represents the work environment. The sixth house represents the work environment because the sixth house represents everyday tasks, everyday routine, and you going to work every day is a routine. You know what I mean? So it's something about your everyday life, things that you do often is changing. It's coming to an end in rebirthing, or you're kind of phasing out of one thing and going into another. Okay, now this is Scorpio. There, Jupiter is in Scorpio right now, which is lovely. So I can see two things. It could be that Jupiter, right, represents philosophies and beliefs. So something about your philosophy and beliefs that applies to your everyday life is changing, coming to an end, and you're having a new idea, new thoughts about them. I can see that too, that you might be in a situation where you're traveling more often, or you're traveling somewhere and it's making your everyday task and routines totally different from what it is now. Another thing that I see too is that um, Jupiter represents the husband, right? And even though husbands are males, it could be a woman that represents a husband because she's probably the more masculine one in a relationship. It could be a transformation or a rebirth within a relationship ending to think about. The reason why I say relationship is because Scorpio and the death card represents Scorpio, and that's emotional. But it doesn't necessarily mean breakup, though. It could be that you're just transforming your relationship, bringing it to the next level somehow, okay? Um, yeah. But definitely something about your everyday life is changing. I'm definitely seeing work for sure for you guys. Like something's changing within your job. Ace of Swords for the seventh house. Um, you're having new thoughts, new ideas, new logic when it comes to relationships, both romantic and platonic. Okay. You're cutting things off. Again, like I'm seeing, like these three cards. I feel like y'all are transforming a relationship or breaking off a relationship. Some of y'all, not all Gemini rising, so please don't worry. It may not resonate with you, and that's okay, right? Um, but with this energy for sure, I feel like you either are cutting somebody off, someone that you have a one-on-one relationship with, whether it's romantic or platonic, or you're cutting off certain ideas, certain logics, certain beliefs that you have when it comes to relationship. And you're cutting out the weeds, the things that no longer serve you. So the things that serve you, the flower can grow better. Okay? Ten of Swords for the eighth house. The eighth house represents intimacy, sex, emotional bonding, death and transformation, right? And so the Ten of Swords is, you've been stabbed in the back, you're hurt. The swords represents logic and thinking. So these are like people's thoughts, but it can be your thoughts, your own thoughts hurting you, breaking your heart. You've been stabbed in the back and you've been hurt. It's one of the more sadder cards, the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords, okay? I feel like the Nine of Swords is more you and your thoughts. while the Ten of Swords is other people. So I feel like someone else has stabbed you in the back, okay? And hurt you. Someone that you emotionally were connected with, emotionally bonded with, that really hurt you. And you really wanted to share your life with them. Um, you really were like eighth house is emotional bonding. Like when I do synastry charts for people, synastry readings, like if I see a lot of eighth house energy, that means these people are stuck for life. So for you to have this in the eighth house, that means someone that you are emotionally bonded with and love with really hurt you. Now, does it have to be romantic? No, it could be a friend, it could be platonic, but it's someone that you're really close with and they hurt you. Now, what you can do is break up with them if you want to, but what you can also do is grow from it. You can grow from it both ways, but grow from it within the relationship. Take that hurt, explain how that hurt you, explain how that caused pain to you, and see, and if you really want to be with the person, be with them, but just know that whatever they did to hurt you is no longer tolerated and just cannot ever happen again. Okay? Much love to you guys. This is like a very transformative energy, but it's you've been hurt. That's why you're going through this transformation. So I'm sending Gemini rises a bunch of love, okay? Three of Cups for the ninth house, right? So this is dope. First thing I thought of is traveling. You're traveling to foreign lands, or you're benefiting from traveling from a foreign land. That's definitely could have happened too. Because then remember, we're thinking about August here. So you're traveling somewhere in a foreign land too. Like if you're like in a big country like China, Russia, U.S., Brazil, you may not be getting out of the country. You might be going from one coast to another, from north to south, or from south to north, or from east to west, or from west to east. And like, if you live in the U.S., like I'm from the U.S., like the lifestyle in the East Coast, like the Northeast, like New York, Boston, is totally different from how life is in like Seattle, Portland, L.A., San Diego. You know what I mean? So you could be traveling, and it's you're celebrating, you're having fun, you're enjoying it. It's a blast. You're excited that you're traveling. You may not even be traveling that month, but you're having news that you are going to be traveling in the future, and you're celebrating it. Another thing too, you can be celebrating new philosophies and thoughts that you have that really changed your life, and you're celebrating it. You had a eureka moment, and you're so excited, and you're very excited about life now. A wish has been granted because of your beliefs, because of your philosophies. You get what I'm saying? And now you're celebrating it, so it's fly. Very fly. King of Wands. Now, this energy is interesting because you have the Queen of Wands as your overall energy. So you are looking like the motherfucking dawn right now, okay? You are looking fly as hell. You're getting the recognition that you deserve. You've worked so hard. You are whatever you worked hard at, you are a senior of it. You are not an apprentice. You are very experienced, right? And this is showing that you're finally, the sun is even right here, right? It's showing that you're finally getting the light, the recognition, the status, even the career position that you deserve, that you've been fighting for, that you've been wanting to get. And now you're kind of doing your victory lap. It's very reminiscent of the Six of Wands. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just dope. it's really dope energy. Now, because you're going through, you can things are going well with you. Your philosophies are dope. You kind of, or you're traveling. Yeah, you're getting the recognition that you deserve. And you're super duper creative, and people are recognizing it. You got new business opportunities, and you're looking like a leader. You got the Five of Wands here, which is fighting, and it's in your 11th house, right? The 11th house is the house of friends, the house of acquaintances, of house of your networks, non-immediate family members, society in general, right? Big groups of people, and how society perceives your talents. And you got the Five of Wands, which is literally the fighting. It's the fighting card, right? So you got some haters, and it may not be in your direct circle, but people within big groups, people within society, someone that's somewhat close to you is hating. I for some reason I don't think it's someone within your circle. It could be. It's not someone that you're super close with. It could be someone that you just know. It could be just someone that you're aware of. It could be just general society, like you have some haters sprinkled around. Some people are like, they're jealous of what you've accomplished. They're jealous of what you've done. And you've worked hard for it. So don't feel bad. Like they're literally just hating it and trying to fight with you. You have a lot of wand energy. So you really, and then this eclipse, the two past eclipses that we had in July, and this eclipse that's happening now, you are in a fighting mood. But don't fight, baby, okay? Don't fight. It's really not going to be worth it, because it's honestly it's just them hating. Like, that's just what it is. Like, it's just them hating. Just fuck them. You know what I mean? You've worked so hard. Fuck them. Don't think about them assholes, alright? Lastly, you got the Seven of Swords for the 12th house. Now, this is interesting energy. With the 7th, you see with this rat, right? First of all, it's a rat, and I'm mad that they made this a rat, but whatever. We'll go with it. It looks like that they threw the swords to try to, like, hit the wall or hit a target. You see the swords are just, like, on top. I mean, like it seems like they're, like, stuck. And the rat is, like, right on top of it. So the rat is kind of like, yeah, you're throwing darts at me. Yeah, you're trying to throw bad energy at me, but I'm on top of it. I know what you're doing, motherfucker. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting. These haters could possibly be throwing bad energy, throwing bad juju, sending bad energy your way. You may not even be consciously aware, but you're probably subconsciously aware, okay? And you are combating it and you're fighting it. The lovely thing about this too is this might be this might indicate that you have a lot of spiritual protection, which is lovely. And even if you feel like you don't, and even if you feel like you do, still call on them to make sure you're protected and you're safe. Still pray, still connect with the universe, still connect with God, to make sure you're like fully protected. You know what I mean? But yeah, people are throwing darts at you spiritually too. It's not just the universal consciousness, it's universal unconsciousness too. You know, it's just not the physical society, it's the spiritual society. Like, you're being hated on, dude. Be careful for that, okay? Protect yourself. Because it's crazy. Like, it literally, this energy is kind of like, you're becoming successful, you're working hard, you're getting the recognition, you're getting your eureka moments when it comes to philosophical thoughts. You're cutting the people that have wronged you away, and motherfuckers are hating. But you're still gonna come up on top. You're still gonna look right. You know what I mean? You still look like the emperor. You still look like the leader. You're working your tail off, coming up with new ideas and cutting off people who no longer serve you. And at the end of the day, dude, you look like the creative genius. You look like you got your shit together, that you are following your desires and your dreams. And it's really beautiful, man. It really is. It's interesting. One thing I want to say about this too is that Pluto and Saturn is in your 8th house, right? So one thing I do want to say is this is like a karmic lesson. Like, you know, if someone hurt you, this is like a karmic lesson that you're going through, major life lesson, because Saturn's here. The thing is, though, is that Pluto is here as well, and Pluto represents transformation and rebirth. So yes, this situation hurt. Yes, this person hurt you in a relationship, you know what I mean, whether it's romantic or platonic, but you're going to come out of it like a king or a queen, okay? Mars is over here. So, it's a good time to, yeah, celebrate, but don't take any action forward until the end of the month, because Mars is in retrograde still. The reason why Neptune's right here, this is your Pisces. The reason why you're finally getting the recognition is again spiritually karmic. Okay, um, it's your turn basically. It's your turn to get the recognition that you deserve. And that's what it is. Like, you asked for it, now you got it. Um, Chiron's in your 11th house. So this is the fighting that you're dealing with is connected to a childhood trauma that's connected to your persona, your personality, your first impressions. You know, people are just looking at you first view and just hating. They don't even know the real you. That's why I really want you to just not pay attention to the motherfuckers, man. Don't pay attention to them. Uranus is in your 12th. So with that, like, this is kind of like a Uranus represents oopsie, random and sudden events, and creating like kind of ingenious and individuality, stuff like that. But I see this more as random sudden events for you. So just know that this energy was gonna pass. They're gonna realize that they can't throw energy like that at you anymore. So pay attention to them. Sorry, I have a tree above me. That's why that leaf just felt like that. Nothing's in Gemini. Nothing's in Cancer. I already talked about these lower ones, I believe. Yeah, I think that's it, y'all. Okay? I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you enjoyed the reading, okay? I love you much, Gemini risings. I'm sorry for the little confrontation in the beginning, but you know, I have much love for y'all, and I try my best about doing the readings. And I know this is not for all of y'all. It's just for the folks that were talking crap. Okay, know that I love y'all. Okay, I'm gonna do an extended reading. If you're interested in listening to that extended reading, please go in the description box below and click on Patreon. $10 a month, you get to not only get my extended readings, but you also get to get my monthly moon videos. Bi-monthly, actually. I do 2 videos. One for new moon, one for full moon, right? And you support me $10 a month, you get that. If you give more, you get more. You get like personal readings from me, right? Every month. Every month. It is transferable as well. And even if like this resonated with you and you just wanted to get the reading for this month, what you can do is be my Patreon, right, for this month, and then hurry up and unsubscribe so you get the video, you get the links of the video, but you know, you don't have to pay every month unless you really resonate with it. So you can do that too, okay? I also have I do astrological readings. I have an Etsy shop that links down below. And I do have a podcast called My Bed and Astrology that you should probably check out. It's really dope. I talk about new and cool and creative things about astrology and my thoughts on them. And I finished for season 1. Season 2 is going to be coming up pretty soon. So yeah, I'm about to do the extended reading for you guys, okay? Much love. Peace.